Hello everyone. Right, it is Sunday, the 22nd of April. Today it's the end of the Easter holidays, which means we now have like 6 weeks until exams, and we start block 5 teaching tomorrow. So we have 5 weeks more of kind of lecture-based teaching. We're still in hospital and stuff. Then I think we have another week roughly after that, and then we have the finals, so we're getting close. What I thought I would just do on the eve of my 22nd birthday, no less, is to do a little, excuse me while I get stuff off shelves, just a little video, because I haven't been updating much. I thought I'd show you what I've been doing with my Easter, kind of what the results have been, how things are going, and what my plan is for the next 6 weeks. So let me just take you over to the filming bed. That sounds very, very wrong. I haven't quite branched out into that industry yet, although you never know if the YouTube ad situation stays as bad as it is. We'll see. So if we have a look, basically this is the culmination of efforts from throughout the last 5 weeks. So I have one folder, you can see kind of they're about this full for every block. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You didn't need me to tell you that, you can read. Let's go with block 2. So essentially the way I have this done, and it will be easier if I turn this around this way, I have the lectures, because all of the blocks are in kind of 5-week segments. So we've got weeks 1 to 5, any guided learnings, which are like extra tasks they want us to do, anatomy workbook, sections, and additional things. So my drawings. So if I actually released the thing, we could see. So basically I've been through and just done loads and loads of new notes. So I've been through everything. Why is that one in blue ink? Everything else is black. I'm gonna have to redo that one. So there's 5 weeks worth of lectures. So this is block 2, which is heart and lungs. So we've got one on how to read the ECG, what's that one, heart failure, just lots of questions and things for us to work through. Then if we come to resources, again, it's just like drawings to help me remember how particular things work. So here, that's quite an informative little one. This is the nasal cavity. We're coming in through the nose here, respiratory epithelium. Up here is where your sense of olfaction happens. Again, like doing these drawings, it does take a little bit of time. However, once I have them, is this renin-angiotensin aldosterone cycle? It is. Just having something like this, because I'm a really visual learner, whether or not you buy into that, the kind of classification of different learning styles. Once I have them in a way that suits me, they're really, really good learning tools. At the beginning I thought, because everything is in its own plastic wallet, so like one lecture per plastic wallet, there are a couple of reasons for that. One is that I'm a bit of a neat freak when it comes to organising notes, and if anything gets like the slightest bit sort of scuffed or bent, I would just do another set of notes. But the other thing is that particularly if I find one that's like one, well, I try to condense everything where possible so it was, so it could fit on 2 sides of A4. I could get all the lecture notes onto 2 sides of A4. And what that means is that when I am going through and looking at the material, particularly if it's on one sheet, I can see the front and I can see the back, and obviously then don't have to take it in and out, because then I won't damage it. The way that I've kind of been doing this, or that I approached this, was I made this at the start of the holidays, and this is every task that we've sort of done throughout the year. So this includes all the lectures, all the CBL cases, all of the extra activities that we had to do, like literally everything that we've been given as a prescribed or optional task is in here. And I've managed to do, I reckon, about 90% of it. So looking at this left-hand column, so if we just look at a more full one so it's less embarrassing, something like this, notes here, materials, so that would be where I've done a drawing or something, and not every lecture is amenable to that. But I've also not marked off where I had pre-existing material done, so a lot of the anatomy workbook stuff particularly, I've already done those, so I didn't want to spend the time doing them again because they are very, very laborious. The other thing we have here is the drugs list, so we need to know all of these, the mechanisms of action, what you would use them for. So that's been my general kind of work plan. I think the only other thing that's kind of relevant is that the last 2 days, so Saturday and Sunday, a few of us from Warwick have been to this 121 medicine clinical exam cramming thing. So it was a 2-day course. The MedSoc here at Warwick managed to get us money off, so it was like 50 quid, I think it was 50 quid, for 2 days, 8:30 till 5:30. Of content, and it was delivered by this amazingly smart doctor. I think he was called Jake Mann, and it went over all of these different systems. So how I believe it was done is this is year 1 of the Birmingham undergrad course, I believe. So this would have been year 1, which we did yesterday. This would have been year 2, which we did today, because Warwick's an accelerated program, so we only have 1 preclinical year. And it's basically just like you get these revision guides. So these are handouts. You can see my own notes here in red. We worked through these whole books on each of the days. It was really, really good value. And I would recommend to any of you that either are medical students now or go on to become them. I mean, first of all, good luck if you're applying. Second of all, I think even for the full price, I think it would have been £100. For 2 days. It was really, really good content. You get these really in-depth revision guides, covers a massive, massive breadth of material. Which finally I think does beg the question, what now? Because we've got 6 weeks left. What's the actual plan if I come back into a bit more light? Basically, I feel like I'm at the point where, as far as the material that we've already covered goes, I've learned everything that I want to learn. So what I mean by that was my plan was use Easter to go over everything, because I don't want to start properly cramming and then realise that I've never heard of something before and have to learn it again. Been over all the material now. I'm just going to spend the next 6 weeks cramming, essentially, testing myself through Anki and practice questions over and over and over again, and that's the plan for the next 6 weeks. Because I do think it's doable. I was a bit apprehensive before. Now I'm feeling a little bit more confident. Obviously, I haven't done the exam yet, but at least now, after having been through everything, I'm of the opinion that I can do this now, which is a nice place to be. I just need to really knuckle down for the next 6 weeks and hit the exams well. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you for coming back to the channel. I appreciate that I'm not uploading very much. I am very stressed. Trying to keep a handle on sleep and eating and things like that, and just trying to keep chugging. It's not long to go now, and whichever way things go, I've had a fantastic time so far. I'm looking forward to the next 5 blocks of teaching and to cracking on and hopefully smashing the exams. So we'll see how it goes. Take care. See you soon.